Oh hey, it's Rob, and I got a new toy. So this is the Nexgrill Oakford 2000 pellet grill, or pellet smoker, I should say. I picked this up at the Home Depot. I actually got this one because it was on clearance. I've always wanted a smoker, and this was too good of a deal to pass up. So this was their floor model, and it was already assembled when I got it, so I don't know anything about the assembly, but we're going to try and do the first burn-in. It's a seasoning of the smoker, and you want to do this before you start smoking anything. You want to make sure that everything, all the the inside oils and anything that's left over from the manufacturing process are burned off, so that your smoker is clean and ready to go and isn't going to contaminate whatever you're going to smoke on it. So this is the pellet hopper, and it can hold a ridiculous amount of pellets. I don't think I ever want to fill this up. Right now I just want to put in enough pellets for the initial burn-in. I also want to open up the front door. It's just a simple latch like this. You get that out of the way, and you have the interior of the smoker. Now I've already filled up this pan with water. It's the water pan. I mean, that's exactly what it's intended for. But for now, I want to try and show you how you load this and how you first prime it. So you remove this cover. On the control panel, you want to power it on this way. It's a nice balmy 68 degrees out here. That's pretty good. Now what you want to do is you want to prime the pellets, and you do this by pressing this button, and it will then run for 30 seconds and spin the auger to start bringing pellets into the combustion chamber. You're going to need to do this several times. Trust me, it takes a few minutes for the pellets to make it all the way through. It doesn't go very fast. So I'm going to go ahead and get this combustion cover back on. At this point, we're ready for some heat. So there's two ways of doing this. One is to have the door open when you start it. I like to have the door open just because that way I can see when the smoke starts to go, and it doesn't accidentally build up some gases in there that are potentially flammable or explodible. There's also this door seal, which is interesting because as it comes from the assembly, I don't think the door is quite able to close. In which case we need to adjust the latch a little bit. Now the way you do this is you take one of your fabulous wrenches. I think these are metric, so I didn't have any box end wrenches. Loosen up this jam nut, and then you can turn this way to close it in a little better and make it tighter, and then just tighten the jam nut back up. Now, if you don't get a good door seal, you're going to see smoke coming out the sides, and it's going to make a mess and be less efficient, and you're not going to get as good a results as you do with a good solid seal. And we're ready for the first burn. So to do this, now this is just for this first burn. You don't need to do this very often. This is sort of seasoning the grill. You want to turn this up as high as it will go, and that ends up being 400 degrees, which is the high setting here. And then we just hit the start button, and you can hear the fan kick on, and it's going to start heating up that element in the bottom, and within a few minutes we should have smoke coming out. All right, we have smoke, so it's time to shut the door. And we have smoke. Take my flashlight down. So there we go. Now this needs to run for about a half hour. I'm going to go a little bit longer just because I can. But yeah, this seems to be working okay. I guess we'll find out when we get to the actual smoking. Now, you never want to cook at 400 degrees in a smoker. I mean, there's no reason to smoke at 400 degrees. You want to go low. You're probably going to be in the 200s range. I would seriously doubt if you're ever going to get to 300. Smoking is intended to be low and slow. So, do that. And you always want to cook by temperature, not by time. There's 4 probe settings on this. I have 2 probes right now. But you want to cook by the probe temperature. Always. When you finally reach that point of the 1 hour mark or the half-hour mark or however long you want to be doing this, in order to stop it, press the pause button. And what that will do is it will start the shutdown process. Once it ends up equalizing and getting everything set to the point where it's shut off, it will automatically power down. So don't power it down while it's smoking. You need to go through the shut-off procedure. So now we're going to see what it looks like on the inside. A quick look. Doesn't look a whole lot different. There are some ashes and things down here on the sides where it was burning, but everything else, there's kind of a nice little smoke tint to it. Let's get rid of this. There is a nice little smoke tint to everything, and there's a very faint smell of the smoke process. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to prepare for an actual smoke. All right, I have meat on the grill. I have a couple of pork loins here. One is bacon wrapped, one is not. Temperature probe is in this one, got it set to 145. I also have some pork ribs on here, each covered with bacon. I have no idea if this is going to work, but I'm going to try. I have some garlic sausages down here, along with some other, basic store-bought sausage. Very bottom, I have a pan of onions and mushrooms, hopefully to catch some of the drippings that come down. Again, I don't know if it's going to work. This is my first time, so forgive me. Anyway, got the probe 1 temperature set to 150 degrees, or 145. I did this using the Nexgrill app, or the Nexfi app, which was actually pretty easy to set up. But that will notify me when the temperature internal temperature gets to 145 on the pork roast. So we're going to do a start and get it going. I have no idea how long this is going to take. Got this set to 220, a little bit lower than the 225 normal setting. I don't think it's going to matter that much, but it's going to take some time. Just let it go. Well, that took a little longer than anticipated, but thing I've discovered is when you set this up to use the probe and you have a set point temperature with the probe. Once it reaches that, it shuts itself down. It's not relying on you to shut it down. But then we need to let it cool down for a while. So we're at a good temperature now to open it up and see what we got. Poop, I know. Oh, geez. All right, you get out of the way. I'll be right back. To be fair, I had not planned for this, so I am making shift. Poopa? No. Well, if I can get additional light, I am not unhappy with those. Let me take them off the tray and yeah, thing. Piper is very attentive. Again, I am not. I am happy with this. Let's see what it goes. Poopa, no. Yes, they are sausages. Piper is very excited about this. And the mushrooms and onions, which didn't get a lot of juice, but got a little. Oh, okay. This is nice. Due to the lateness of the hour and the amount of meat, which I have to now figure out what to do with, we're not going to be doing a taste test tonight. I will be tasting these cold later. So, yay. All right, first ones we're going to try are these sausages. It doesn't look too different. Maybe a little bit of smoke ring on there. Good flavor though. Just a hint of smokiness, not too much. These I'm not expecting any great incursion. Good flavor, again, just a hint of smokiness. Well, the ribs are the ones that I'm really more curious about. I'm going to take this one right down the middle. Oh yeah, we got some smoke incursion. There's a little nice smoke ring right around the outside. It's actually got some pretty decent penetration. Okay. That's got a nice flavor. It's a little on the dry side, but it's my first time smoking. And it's actually not too dry. It's tangy. And it has that nice little sort of electric smoke flavor to it. Those are really good. I like those. Let me try just the bacon. Oh, definitely smoky bacon. Oh yeah, that's good. Wow. Okay, that's a definite winner. Okay, the one I'm mostly interested in. The pork loin. Oh, look at that. Well, that's, I think, part of the pork itself, but there's a definite smoke ring. A little pink around the outside. Let's see about the taste. Try this piece first. Oh. That's nice and tender in there. Definite flavor. I like this. This is turning out really, really nicely. I'm gonna try a piece from this side. Oh yeah. This is my favorite new way of doing pork loin. Oh, that's good. Right. Let's try the bacon wrapped one. And of course, you know, the bacon wrapping. I thought that was going to melt down a little bit more, but it did not. So let's unwrap this for now. And lay it in here. So cook that up a little bit more. I did have a little pull apart one, but oh yeah. Nice penetration. Nice penetration, good color. Nice and tender on the inside. That's actually a little bit juicy yet. Goodness. Okay. This one's a little tougher. I think it may just be this piece. Oh yeah. Excellent flavor. Excellent flavor. Good texture. This is a winner. I am quite pleased with how this turned out. All right. I'm going to say that was a pretty good success. I am really happy with the way this turned out. And for a first time, I'm going thumbs up. I like this smoker. I know that some people have had issues with the Oakford series. I think if you follow the instructions, you're probably going to get better results. I can't guarantee anything. I know that I have had problems with some of the Nexgrill control structures before, but they were more mechanical issues, not the electronic ones. So this is working good for me. I'm glad I got it. So hope you guys enjoy, because I sure am. And I guess I'll see you guys next week. I almost forgot. One of the things that I ran into when I was cooking is I walked out to the grill and I saw an E04 message, an error 4. And of course I didn't know what that meant. And just on a whim, I decided to check the pellet hopper, and sure enough, I was out of pellets. So I guess make sure that you have enough pellets for your cook. And if you do see that message, you know what it is. And it's an easy fix.